and has done like racist or racist adjacent things. And you're right. It's like 2022 and we are not going to have Ramona on our platform. I don't believe that is the reason. I don't believe it's because she's almost 70 years old and is aging out. I believe if she is not on the Legacy show, it is because my good friend, Ebony K. Williams, allegedly had this investigation done. And I'm not saying Ebony was wrong to do that. I'm not saying, I'm not taking anything away from my friend, Ebony. I'm just saying, as a business thing, the same reason I stand by that Nene won't be on, like we were talking in the last episode, like maybe Kathy won't be back if all this is going on. But I believe if that investigation happened, which allegedly it did, that somehow the way it ended is that we can't touch Ebony on our platform. And I don't know this for a fact, and we can't touch Ramona. If we can't have Ebony, we can't touch Ramona because legally it's a mess. I don't know. And just as a lawyer, that's where my mind as a business person thinks. And if Ramona's not in the Legacy show, I believe that investigation happened. And I believe that is why they're not having her back on. That is my opinion. I mean, mind you, they had her on Girls Trip, but the timing really is now blurred because that was in the mix. And I don't know. That's just my opinion. I still kind of agree, though. I mean, I don't know. And the other rumor, and I don't even know if this is true either. The other rumor is Andy Cohen has seen the footage of the Luann and Ramona Simple Life show and is like, oh my God. Now, first of all, this show
oh my God, like, oh my God, how? Oh my God, in a good way? Oh my God, in a bad way?
The rumor is, oh my God, in a good way. I know. I was just shocked. I was shocked.
Good.
I listen. The rumor is also that's not even coming to Bravo or Peacock. That's coming to E. Maybe Andy is an executive producer because it's it's the
same house,
right?
Yeah.
So that's okay, and that's the rumor, and that once he saw that footage and the problems that are now going on with the reboot that the network and Andy, everyone's scrambling and they're saying, oh shit, nostalgia is where it's at. And Girls Trip taught us that. And this reboot isn't going to work. And man, we got to get this OG Legacy show out right away. Because I was right when I first said the Legacy show is after this thing is recast and refilmed. And I don't know.
I think that's so accurate. I think,
you know,
yeah, I mean, I think nostalgia sells. I mean, it goes back to our friend Carlos King, who I know Candy hates.
Candy hates him.
Hates him. But, Carlos is an amazing producer. And I will say this, in the production world, you do have to be careful about what you say because there's no real original ideas. Everybody's taking an idea and putting a different spin on it. But anyway, Carlos King said to you, I love quoting him, but he basically said, look, I mean, these shows, people want the OG cast. They want the original cast. They don't, I mean, every once in a while you have like an Erica Jane that comes in that just wows, that just picks up, right with the group. You have Salt Lake. Salt Lake is lightning in a bottle, right? I mean, we didn't know any of these women. They've come along, off. And I mean, I have to give Jen Shaw a lot of credit, even though we know Jen is going to go to jail for quite a while. I mean, Jen helped put that show on the map, and that show is going to live now for another 5, 6, 7 seasons because of Jen, good or bad, I mean, so it's interesting to me. I think people want the OG shows. I do. And I think it's going to be, regardless of what you think of Ramona, I think it's going to be very hard to have success with that reboot. And I heard
it's just strange. It's strange. Like you have Tinsley or even Kelly Ben-Simone and not Ramona. I love Kelly. I love Tinsley, but I mean, take your emotions out of it, people. How does it exist without Ramona?
They'd have to bring such big drama. They'd have to bring such big drama that we forget about Ramona. Can they do that? That's how I think the show survives. And maybe they give it another. I mean, I even think Kelly Dodd will be back at some point on a reunion, on a Ultimate Girls Trip show.
I don't disagree with you.
I think they'll test the waters with Kelly because now I think you've seen so many other things come out. Kelly's shit looks
She
minimal.
didn't, she didn't sue the network. No, I truly
She
think with
paid her fine, right? She wore the Drunk Lives Matter hat.
Drunk Lives, yeah.
I got to say, I think that was in really poor taste given the time we were in. She paid the fine, and Kelly is who Kelly is, right? I mean, and we've talked about this on this show. There's a huge portion of the audience that agrees with Kelly's politics and Vicky Gunvalson's politics. I mean,
and probably, I mean, Ramona Singer.
And probably Ramona's. And
let's throw in Teresa Giudice. Let's throw
really?
in Melissa Gorga. Lots of Margaret Josephs. No, Margaret is very liberal, but no, Teresa, Melissa. I would even throw a Dolores in there. I think all their politics all their politics are the same. And throw in maybe a Tamara Judge. And I mean, I don't know, guys. Yeah, listen, I agree with you. I would say it about look, I think the network would take like a Kelly before a Carol. Like, I think Carol, I mean, who was one of my best interviews ever, Carol even said on my interview, she would call and email.
Yeah, Carol's a pain in the ass.
Give them production notes and yeah. So, I mean, I think, yeah, I think they would take Kelly. Again, Bethany Frankel stands on a platform that is a mile high and is like, Andy can suck my dick and fuck Bravo. And I mean, they would take her in a second. So yeah.
They're never going to bring back Carol. Carol's too much, because when you compare a Carol and then you have a Candy Burris, right? Who Candy Candy plays the game so well. And like Andy said, Candy's never once emailed for an edit ever. Candy knows
that on my show.
She said that on your show, I mean, Candy knows what she's doing. She knows the power of TV and she's building all that wealth behind the scenes. So they don't want a Carol. I mean, I adore Carol, but I guarantee Carol is a pain in it. Carol is a literal writer. Every period counts. I don't even know any fucking punctuation, but with Carol, it's like she's recorded. It's like, Carol, I love you, girl, but I can't deal with you as a scribe. I mean, it's too much.
No, I get it. I love that you don't know any punctuation. I thank you for that. No, I listen, but I still don't think Carol's banned. I really think the only person that is truly banned that I can think of off the top of my head is Nene. I really think that Kelly, they will come to her at some point. I agree. I mean, look, if we got to start repeating wives on Girls Trip, I wouldn't. I mean, that's my recommendation. I would keep it. Look, we haven't had any Salt Lake girls. Well, I mean, we're going to have it coming up, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. So that's the thing about Roni. Who knows what's true and what's not true. Speaking of Bethany, I mean, let me tell you something. Some people are